Alright, let's continue. So now we're in the stage where we're going to add the skins and all the details that requires. And if you see, we are in the subdivision of 4 and all the subtools has been set. Now you can keep the project that in the last class we take all the details from it and put it on the subdivision, or you can just delete it. It's up to you. So now we're going to add the details, but before that I'm going to start adding some layers into it. It's just like Photoshop. So you just create a layer, and what I actually do, it records everything, whatever the strokes I'm going to draw over here. So basically it records everything whatever I will be doing over here. So if I draw a stroke over here, it will be added into the layer. So that means if I click on the recording button, I can turn on and off like that, and maybe I can just delete it just like that, and I can create a new layer again and just draw it again. You can even stop the recording and do an invert over here like this, and you can create a duplicate, or you can delete, or you can just rename it, whatever you like. So I'll just hit escape and let me just delete it and create a new layer. And I'm going to start with the basic details over here. Now I will be using some brushes, so if you like you can use these brushes as well. These are the reptile brushes that I downloaded from the Flip Normal. I will be giving you this link as well. And not just these, but I have some few more, so I will let you know that as well, but you can find your own alphas. So these are some brushes and alphas that you will be using, and also you can download from Zbrush on their official website, and these are plenty of alphas that you can try, especially the skins. And over here you have the plenty of alphas that you can give it a try over here, and you can download them and try it onto the Zbrush. So what you can do is, actually, if you want to load an alpha, there are two ways actually. First is just put it into the lightbox, that you can put it over here, or you can just go to the alpha and import the alphas that you want to import. So I generally keep the alphas that occasionally I use them, so I just keep them into the lightbox. And how you're going to put them into the lightbox, it's pretty straightforward. All you need to go is go to the directory of the Zbrush where you install the Zbrush, and let me open it. And if you come over here to the directory of the where you install the Zbrush, you need to go to the Z alpha and over here, and you just paste the folder, the alphas that you are using, and that's how you run the Zbrush. And then you can come to the lightbox and just see the alphas going to be appears over here, and then you can use them. So I will be using some reptile brushes over here, so I have the brushes as well, the alphas. So let's try them. First we need to check what kind of a details we wanted actually. So we have some pattern going on into the lip area, and then in the nearby the eyes and the skull, especially the nearby the nostril area, and then obviously the neck, and then body, or so on. So we're going to focus start with the head and coming to the end. Then let's try that. So I will be just playing and experimenting, finding a good blends for the alpha. So let's try that. Start with the frog skin, just double click. So in order to use them, what you can do is that you can go to the brushes, so B for brush, and just go to the displace, hit the D and displace, and just take the alpha, and then you can just go over here and you can use the spray, or you can use the drag, or you can use the drag dot. These are the three mainly things that are good to applying the alpha, especially with the displace. Because what I do is, so for example, if I go to the drag and just click and drag, you can see how it just spread out all the details. And you can again go with the mirror, and when your symmetry is on, you're applying on the two side, and also you're using the layer, so we can take the advantage of the layer over here. But before doing this, we need to do some tweaks over here, and for the tweaks I will be using the standard brush. So I'll go to the standard brush and I'm going to turn on the alpha, and I'm going to just refine all the neck areas just a little bit, kind of a flesh, bring it out over here. Like that, and you can smooth it out, especially the eye area. Make sure it's not that much softened. Need those wrinkles and all these bumpiness. So I'm going to turn off the symmetry now. Actually, I'm going to start working with the asymmetrical. Just sharpen up the details and maybe smooth it out a little bit. Especially work with the eyes. Eyes are important. So I'm just putting some cuttings and muscles here and there. Putting some wrinkles as well. Sure, just blend it out like that. So we're just adding some wrinkles, especially for the skin. The skin is kind of a falling down to the gravity. Muscles kind of coming down. Add a little bit muscles to pushing down like that. And again, I'm not worried that much since it's just in the layers. smooth it out over here. That. Let's draw it onto the back. Adding some wrinkles in every corner. Remember, wrinkles always come into the joints, so you want to keep them adding it. Also, I'm using the smooth so that it just blends out nicely. Just exaggerating muscles over here. It's important that we add the muscular part as well, because we need to imagine how he's working with the legs, so I want him, these muscles comes out. He's hunting from the legs, and these legs are really useful over here. And then you can just smooth it out. There's a tip over here that I would like to add over here, and then I'll just turn on the symmetry because there's a kind of a line going on. And then we can just keep it asymmetrical if you want. I'm going to make it the draw around 50, a little bit more dramatic. a little bit points, adding a little bit texture. You don't have to be precisely, but just a reference guide. So this is just a first layer for the skin that we are making it. And I'm holding down Alt to pushing in and then let it go. So I'm pushing in and pushing out on the both side. So we have some bumpiness in the skin. Just smooth it out over here. So I just keep smoothing in them so that I blend them properly. Holding down Alt. And again, I'm adding the wrinkles over there where are the joints. Pushing it out a little bit. There we go. And maybe smoothing it out a little bit. So it's there, but not visible that too much. You have to do it gradually, some patience. Over here as well. Especially its tail, the flexible one, so we want to make it right. So this is going to be used in the base. Let's keep the patience over here and just keep sculpting. It requires a lot of focus. And just continue with the again with the joints. So I will be adding the wrinkles only on the joints right now, because these are the pretty obvious one and the big wrinkles. But then I will be smoothing as well. So just create a little bit depth over here. Adding a little bit extra muscles. And not bad. Great. So I'm going to rename this one, let's say base skin. Oops, let me write it down. Skin. There we go. So we have the kind of a base is coming out. Now in the next layer, sorry, next video, we're going to continue with the skin, and we're going to apply some more textures and maybe alphas as well. So I'll see you in the next class.